Hello everyone. This is about Brunnstrom stage 3. At this point, movement occurs only within basic synergy patterns. Spasticity reaches its highest level and voluntary motion is still limited to these mass movement patterns. Let's begin with the observation of the upper limb at rest. Tone is now clearly felt. Spasticity appears mainly in the biceps and finger flexor group, which gives the arm a bent posture. Now, observe the lower limb. When the person tries to move the leg, all parts of the extensor pattern appear together. Movement often begins with hip extension, adduction, and inward rotation. As the person extends the hip, the knee also straightens strongly and the ankle moves downward and inward. The toes often curl as a part of the overall pattern. At this point, movement of the wrist and hand is very much limited. When the person tries to move the affected leg, the entire limb moves together as one unit. The hip, knee, and ankle act in the same direction. Independent joint control is still not possible. In the lower limb, extensor pattern is more dominant. It includes hip extension, adduction and inward rotation, knee extension and ankle movement downward and inward. Reaching, grasping, holding or handling objects often require help. In a person with marked spasticity, often seen in stage 3, the hand is ruled by the flexor pattern. The wrist bends forward and the fingers remain tightly curled and the thumb is drawn across the palm. The hand often looks closed in a fist-like posture due to overactivity of the flexor muscles. In the upper limb, the flexor pattern usually dominates. It involves shoulder blade moving upward and backward, shoulder moving outward and upward, elbow bending, forearm turning upward, wrist and finger bending. The extensor pattern includes shoulder blade moving forward, shoulder moving inward and turning inward, elbow straightening, forearm turning downward and bending at the wrist and fingers continues. Both the patterns may appear together or alternate depending on the effort and level of control. Coordination, balance and postural control remain poor in this stage. So, to sum up, stage 3 marks the period where spasticity reaches its peak. Voluntary motion has returned, but it occurs only within synergy patterns, and true isolated joint control has not yet emerged.